So that's the problem. So I don't know what's the cause of that.
Yeah,
So I
I
think
think
we should just leave it so that it can be as an like evidence. So you can leave the Zoom and the Bevy on
yes,
so that
yes, yeah. The
all this simultaneously.
bevy was already being recorded, right? So what we'll do is it's simple. This is like a proof that bevy is having an issue. So
Yes.
we move to Zoom. So that's
Yes.
let me just quickly close the bevy link. Let me close the bevy presentation. Let me end the call on bevy so that we can quickly
No, I think you should just record Zoom first and let you record the screen at the same time.
all
Please.
right, all right. Like I said before, my name is Chijamz. I have here with me my fellow Algorand ambassador, Bob Oluwatosin Bello. And today we want to talk about Algorand, not just talking about Algorand, we want to talk about the several other features. There are some development tools that has been brought up on Algorand. The first is Algo Signer, Algo Dex, and Algo Explorer. Before we go on, I said before now that Algorand is a pure proof of stake blockchain protocol that is aimed at building frictionless finance and allowing for incubation of enterprise level infrastructures on the blockchain. Now we have the Algorand protocols, which include the smart contract, the Algorand standardized tokens, which are layer one standardized assets. Tosin will talk about that when he comes up, and then atomic transfers and several other features of the Algorand blockchain. Then I explained how that there is a 125 million algo grant on the Algorand Foundation, which is divided into 4 different categories, right? We have the research proposal, we have development tools and infrastructure, we have applications and use cases, and then education and community, all right? Now, the thing is, once you are able to bring up solutions in any of these ecosystems, and then you can prove that your solution can allow for mainstream adoption of blockchain, no matter where you are, Algorand Foundation is here to fund you to bring up that solution to the world. Without further ado, without wasting much of our time, I'm going to invite Bob to show us what he has in store for us today, which borders around the use of the Algo Signer. Algo Signer is the MetaMask. I call it the MetaMask of the Algorand blockchain. You know, it allows you to sign transactions, to have a wallet, all on your browser. Bob, are you with us? Oh.
Yes, I'm with you.
All right. Sorry, my network was having an issue, so you can go ahead. You can go ahead now. You can go ahead now.
All right, great. All right, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I say good morning or good afternoon. Okay, it's afternoon from here in Lagos.
Okay, Bob, we
I'm
can't.
working on personal project. I work in other languages like. Can you hear me?
Yes, continue. We can hear you now.
Okay, all right. Like I said I am a Python developer, Solidity, and Python, and in fact, let me not talk much about myself. But I think I'm a cool guy. Okay, all right. Today we are going to talk about Algorand infrastructures. Algorand infrastructure. Basically, we'll be looking at 3 basic tools that you will need as a developer or even as a user. You need to have understanding of how this thing works so that you can make the best use of Algorand network. So number 1 infrastructure we are looking at today is Argo Signer. Argo Signer. What is Argo Signer? If I've ever worked on Ethereum and even as a user, you hear about MetaMask and some other wallet injection, like we have a Trust Wallet and other, but basically MetaMask on the Ethereum network. Please, if you cannot hear me, kindly say, can you hear me, Chijamz?
Yes, we can hear you, sir,
Okay,
clearly.
all right, great. So if you have ever used a MetaMask before, so let me change my screen because today is a kind of practical. Please, hello, can you just give me just a second? I think the light is back now. Let me quickly put on my charge my PC so that I can have enough time to Just a second, please.
Oh.
So guys, are you there with me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you. Sorry to waste time. So like I was saying, I said Argo Signer is, if you ever use Ethereum, to make transactions, and you use, you must have known about a MetaMask. So I'm going to share my screen now. Practically, okay. I'm going to be sharing my screen now. So please tell me if you cannot see my screen. Okay. All right. So can
Yes,
you
we
see
can.
my screen, please?
Yeah, we can see your screen. We can see your screen.
Okay. All right. MetaMask, Argo Signer, they are all like they having the same function, almost the same functionality. And I can tell you today that there are greater functionalities coming to Argo Signer that will kill. Let me not use the word kill, that will beat Ethereum, MetaMask very well. Because on Algorand blockchain, it is very easier for you to do a lot of things. I know I have a code on Ethereum network, and there's a versatility developer, and I know what it takes for you to be able to build a DApp, digital application, successfully. It takes a lot and tools and other things you have to use. But see, on Algorand is very easier, pretty, because there are a lot of tools for you to use. If you can see from my hand here, you can see this is MetaMask. I installed it so that I can use it as an example. This is a MetaMask. If you want to sign a transaction, you log into your MetaMask. So the same functionality that MetaMask is having is the same thing that Argo Signer is having. So for you to understand what Argo Signer is now, let's quickly go to, you have to go to developer.algorand.org. So let it come up, okay. So you come here, you click see all. When you click see all, come to community projects. I'm trying to rush because of our time. Okay. Oh, no. I think I've passed it. So I'm trying to show you how you can install Argo Signer.
Yeah, that's it there. That's it there.
Okay, no, this is Explorer.
No,
Okay.
no. Scroll up. Scroll up. No. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
All right, fine. This is Argo Signer. And before I proceed, I'd like to give kudos to these guys. We call them purestick.com. They are great guys. They are the one that built this tool. And it's an open source project, a video for Algorand community, for developers to be able to want to build decentralized application fast and easy for developers. So now if you want to use this thing, you just go here, you click to add to Chrome. I have it in my Chrome already. So, and let me just tell you what Argosana is. Argosana is like a wallet extension. And it's used for approving transaction. I have it in my web browser already. So what it's used for is for you to approve transaction while you are interacting with an Algorand application. And as a developer, you use Argosana in your application to enable your users to connect or to your application to be able to run transactions successfully without you having to deal manually with their private keys, because you have to put in consideration user privacy. So when you go here, you add it to your Chrome, or I have it on my Chrome already. So this is Argo Signer. Yes, it comes up here. So you just get started. You create a password. Create a password. Create a password. Create wallet. So let's wait a bit. Okay, fine. It comes up now. So you as a user now, you want to send transaction. Obviously, you are not concerned about the testnet because on here you can either use the testnet or you use the mainnet. But I will be using the testnet as a developer because I'm not sending a real transaction here. So I'll be switching to testnet. So I will add an account. I'll create a new account. This is the same process you do when you are using the mainnet. So I give it a name. Let me give it a Bob. Continue. So now your private key, these are your mnemonic phrase rather, and this is your public key. Public key is the same thing as your address that you can give to your friends, to send anyone to send you algo or Algorand compatible asset. So you click it here. So let me quickly. So don't forget, this is just an exercise, and so I paste this thing here. So here you come. So you come, copy it, continue. Oh shit. I think I didn't. Okay. Okay. All right. So I just continue from here. Continue. So now what's number one word? What? Oh god. This thing is what antenna visual antenna visual rifle notice poet raw edit notice notice poet raw edit. Then Hoyd occurred male early light all occurred with male early light arrow try properties things bad arrow try property thing bad wet receive weight lie wet receive weight. Sorry guys, I have to do it this way. I'm not good memorizing. Rely slot above gentle, slot above gentle. Okay, great. Here we continue. So you enter your password again, the same password you enter initially. You enter it. Let's wait a bit for it to set up our account for us. Okay, all right, boom. Yes, our account is set. So it lets you to create a wallet with Algo Signer. You quickly create a wallet, and here I can send this I can send transaction from here. I want to send from this account to any account. This is what you just do. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I think I've let's say so what you just do is this. You paste your address here, the address you want to let's just say for instance, let's say for example now this is wrong actually, but because of our time, let's say this is an address I want to send to. I paste it here. There this is optional. You can add a note. I am sending you an Algo asset. Okay. So you put the amount here, I'm sending you 100. Then what you do is what you send. Obviously, this one will not go because I am sending from the same wallet, from my wallet to the same wallet. So obviously it will not go. So let's see now. So you enter your wallet, your password. Okay, transaction will actually fail because one more fees are invalid because I am using the same address to send to each other. So this is how you use Algo Signer. Algo Signer is pretty good and it's very easier. You know, as a developer, you can implement this in your decentralized application, your DeFi application, for you to manage users' transaction instead of you to manually, deal with their private keys or money keys, money phrase. You simply use the Argo signer to help you with all of this thing, and it's very easier. So some of the benefits of using Argo signer is where we have a swift transaction and protect users' information and privacy. Then more users will have confidence while interacting with your decentralized application. And also there will be an increased participation and investment or payment of especially if you are building a dApp. So watch this. Is anyone doing this from there?
Okay, so I'm going to stop anyone that is annotating. Yeah. Let me set it up. Sorry.
Okay, all right, great. So this is how you use Argo Sign. Argo Sign is pretty good and very easy. So I'm expecting that you start using Argo Sign. It's very easy for you to install in your web browser. And don't forget, it's a browser extension. Usually Chrome, you use in your browser to approve transaction. So that's all about I have to say about Argo Signer. Then secondly, the next is Argo Explorer. Argo Explorer. So let's go back to our, I think, this thing is, okay. Sorry guys, I have to, well, where is, okay. Okay, all right. Argo Explorer. So here, this is Argo Explorer. And what does Argo Explorer help you to do? Argo Explorer is a tool that is built by Rand Labs. We call them Rand Labs. This is their name. So it's like an API service. It enables you, if you understand what an API is an application, we call it application programming interface. And what it enables you to do is it enables you, to pull, data, between, it enables communication between two applications. You understand? It, I know while you are trying, it gets a request for you and returns, the results to you, and you can work with that result. A lot of times the result will always come in JSON format. I'm sorry to be using some technical terms here but it's necessary that I say that. So that's what application API is. So for you to use Argo Explorer, you come here. This Argo Explorer, what does it do? Argo Explorer here helps you to view data on the blockchain, to view transactions and data on the blockchain. You can see from here now, this is the latest block that is being generated from here. This is circulating supply of Argo assets over 3 billion, and we have total supply of 10 billion, and current stake, that's the online stake, amount of people who stake Argo now is over 2 billion. I think it's 2 billion. Yeah, 2 billion Argo is being staked. That is huge. That's pretty huge. So you can see now this latest block, this transaction is being added in the block. Can you see this latest block that is being produced by the chain? You can see from here. So here you can put data and use the data in your application. And for you to use the data, you can go to the documentation and see how you can use the API. So if you come here, look at it. This is for V2. This is for V1. Algorand Indexer. If you don't know what Algorand Algorand Indexer lets you work with data from the Algorand blockchain. It's like on Ethereum, like you are writing a decentralized application, you are emitting an event. That is the same thing here, but this one is better than Ethereum in the sense that you are not just emitting an event, but you can be able to pull a large amount of each speaker data, from the blockchain for you to be able to work with. So here, if as a developer, you might be working on application. So basically, you'll be working with TextNet or the BetaNet or the BetaNet or the BetaNet. So except you want to deploy it onto the mainnet, that is when you use the mainnet. But basically, I use the TextNet a lot. So that is what Algo Explorer is all about. Then now, lastly, let us go to Algo. The third one is excuse me. This one is Algo Desk. So let me show you what Algo Desk is. Okay, this is Algo Desk. Algo Desk Algo Desk lets you build, test, execute, and your codes, without you installing any forms of software development kits. You understand? If you don't have enough space on your system, and you want to work, you want to write application and you want to test them, you want to see how they work. That is what Algo Desk helps you to do. So let us quickly see what Algo Desk has in store for us. Hello, I hope I'm not going too fast.
No, we are on track with you. If we have questions, okay. Guys, if you have any question, please post on the chat. Okay, post your questions on the chat.
Okay, I love this Algo Desk a lot. I love it a lot. In fact, those guys are really great. They are doing great job. So what this thing helps you to do here, you can manage an application. You can manage an asset. So let's just use asset, for example, because of our time. Here you can create an asset and deploy it. Let us click on here. So it helps you to create an Agora standard asset. So here, basically, you click to either you use the mainnet, BetaNet, or testnet, but we'll be using the testnet. It's the same thing as the mainnet, but it's just that the assets you have on the testnet are not real, so they don't have a monetary value. So now it has created and generated a mnemonic phrase for us. So let us copy that. So then again, I want to show you something. If you look at it, if you see from here, let me quickly copy this in here. If you see from here, if you click on asset management, you can see that everything works hand in hand. So you can log in with Algo Signer here. I already have Algo Signer installed. If you can see from here, this is my Algo Signer on my extension. So list. So this is login with Algo Signer. Can you see now it pops up? So please move this window away from the shared application. Okay, I want to grant access because I want to log in. Instead of me to start saying I want to log in and create an account, let me just log in from here. Obviously, if you're not good because I don't have funds, no asset for this account. So you can create asset using the above button. Can you see now? But now it didn't charge me for using my application, my Algo Signer to sign in. So this is, can you see here now? If you log in with MetaMask, if you pull your address, your public key, this is my public key. And if you come here, to Algo Signer, Bob, can you see now? This is my address. So it shows here. So what it does is that it pulls the address. It calls something they call get in JavaScript. So it gets the address, it displays it here. So now I have 0 Algo here. So I want to create an asset. Let me create an asset with this. So you enter your name. Okay, let me say Bob token, a unit name. Actually, unit name is it's like a ticker, like what we have in ETH, we have Algo, we have in fact a lot of them. So I'll be calling this thing BTK, Bob token. So the total supply, I want to create a 1 million. Let me say I want to create 100,000. So I'll be adding. So now the decimal here is very important you understand this. If you're adding decimal, if you see on Ethereum now, you will see some application, you see there when you're adding an asset, a token on the wallet, they will ask you to enter the decimals. Most of the time you will see it's 18 decimal. What it's saying here is what is the amount of zeros after the what after the dots. So I'll be using 18 decimal. I'll be using 18 decimal. So if I'm adding 18 decimal here, I will add 18 zero here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 here will let me to generate 100,000 supply. So asset URL, let me just I have a website. This is my website name. This is my website name. qcontrib.com. So okay, I just say okay, I'm creating this as a asset for my website. So this data is optional. You can decide to put this data. This data just make it unique to show that your asset has more other information. I will say okay, this okay, this token, this token belongs to me. Okay, all right. So here you can see from here now, and here it says manager address. Here it says reserve address. It says peace address. It says clock back address. So I quickly explain what this means to you. You see, I am using the same wallet address for this address. As a manager, I can be able to upgrade this asset. I can be able to upgrade it by changing the ownership. I can be able to change the ownership or some roles for my token, for my asset later in the future. So this manager has the power to change all of this. So I am using the same address as manager, and this reserve address, it is where all these assets where it will be minted. So they will be in the reserve address. All these things will be in the reserve address. So in the future, I can decide to move those tokens from this reserve. I can decide to move it down to the manager address. And the freeze address lets me to freeze this asset in anybody's wallet. So nobody can steal this asset from me. If I send it to anyone and that person report that this asset is being stolen, if you can prove it very well to me to a reasonable doubt, I can be able to call back this asset from that person's wallet, no matter where it is. It will be called back using this freeze address. So if I this address, I will have to use this address to log in, this address to call back that asset. Then I to freeze. I can use it to freeze it. That person will not be able to transfer. He will not be able to do anything with that asset until I unfreeze it. Then clock back let me to revoke that asset from that person. So I just create now invalid metadata hash. Okay, here this thing I have to use a kind of a hash. So I can hash this thing. If you go to, because of our time, I will leave this place blank. I'll leave this place blank. But what you need to do is that this text that I copy now, you go and convert it to a byte type or a byte or a hexadecimal type, then you paste it here. That is when it can work. So I just create the asset now. So you can see now from here, it says let me sign. Obviously, this one will not go because I don't have. Please move this window away from the shared application. So it will not go.
But we will not be able to see your algo signer dashboard because it's protected. You know how MetaMask normally gets protected.
Okay, you are not seeing my algo signer.
Yeah, we are seeing a blank sheet. That's what we are seeing.
Sorry.
It's a protection, is the encryption
system. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So because that is how you do it. So error, I just deny it now. So you can see my screen back, right?
Yes, yes, yes. We
Okay,
got
all
you
right.
clearly.
Okay, all right, great. So that is all you need to do about agodesk.io. So it's pretty good and interesting. So I'll be expecting to see you creating an asset for your business and for those things you wish, those idea you wish to create on Algorand. So does anybody have a question before I do a quick final speech?
O- Okay, guys. If you have a question, please ask on the chat box. Okay, ask your question on the chat box. Okay, Bob, before they even ask their question, I have one. I saw a way where you connected the Algo signer with the Algo Explorer, right?
Okay,
Sorry, with
okay,
the Algo Dex, I think, yeah, the IDE. Now, I wanted to
okay,
ask, you know how that Algorand allows people to create dApps and smart contracts on their own? How
okay.
possible is it for a particular set of developers to run testnet tokens on the algo testnet using the IDE and deploy it on the mainnet? How possible is it, sir?
I didn't really get you where. You mean for developer to run Argo testnet and deploy it on the mainnet?
Mainnet after the testing period, yes.
And yes, it's quite easier. What you did, because when you are working on development, site, you don't want to just write your application and just deploy it on the minute. When because of you have to test it to see if there is any bugs, to have to ensure that this is working well. That is when the test net is there for you. So as soon as you are clear and you are sure that you are good to go and your application works very well, that is when you can deploy the same code. You can deploy it on the mainnet, the same token. You understand?
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir.
Same token, but you cannot move it. You cannot move token from the testnet to the mainnet. You cannot. But the testnet mirrors the mainnet, so it's just the same thing side by side. What we have on the mainnet is what we have on the testnet, but it's
Yeah.
just that the asset is what makes it different. Because one has monetary value, one does not. I hope you're clear.
Yes, perfect, perfect, very clear. Okay,
All
so
right, great. I
I
think
have
that's
some questions here. Yeah, Opalugo
okay.
Chinaza is asking, does it mean that Algo Signer can also be used in place of MetaMask?
Yes. Well, I'm going to say yes on Algorand. So you cannot use Algorand for now. You cannot use Algorand to send an Ethereum tokens that are on Ethereum network. You cannot, because they are on different blockchain, and there is no compatibility as of now, because even excuse me, on you cannot use MetaMask now to sign to transfer Argo. But I think it's Argo. It's on a Trust Wallet. So Trust Wallet they have been able to implement that, but you cannot on a MetaMask for now. I've not been able to do that. But I think in the future we might have a way where
Cross
you can
chains.
send
Yeah,
a
yeah.
cross chain, where you can send Ethereum compatible token from the Argo signer.
Okay, so thank you so much, sir. Idarin Bassi is asking if Algorand is a blockchain on its own. Yes,
Okay, all right.
the answer is yes. Algorand is a blockchain on its own. That's why it's called the Algo blockchain. Bob, could you throw more light on the Algorand blockchain?
Yes, yeah, that's a brilliant question. Algorand is a blockchain on its own, and in fact, it's like a blockchain as a service. That's what I will call it, because it's the same. It's like you have Ethereum network. That's the same Algorand network. Algorand has their own blockchain. They have their own wallet, Explorer. The fact you can deploy smart contracts on Algorand faster and more secure even than Ethereum, because a lot of the time now all these hack on Ethereum, it's so because of the vulnerability, because of the I think how can I put it, um because of the way because of the complexity. So now that is the reason. But now on Algorand, you can deploy smart contracts decentralized applications, very easy, smart, and secure. So Algorand is a blockchain on its own.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so summarily, I think that's all the questions we have. Summarily, we've talked about Algorand, we've talked about Algorand Foundation, we've talked about the Algorand Foundation categories, and then we talked about the Algo Signer, which is like just the MetaMask of the Algorand blockchain. The same way we have MetaMask that we use to confirm transactions, to send money, to send tokens from one person to another, and to sign transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. And then we have the BS scan on the Binance blockchain, the same way we have the Algo signer on the Algorand blockchain. Okay, they all do the same thing. Just the mere fact that the Algo signer has more functionalities, right? It has more functionalities than MetaMask and the BS scanner, in the sense that on Algo signer you can stake your Algo tokens and still earn the Algo rewards, all right? And then it is faster than all other blockchains. And of course, you can also create standardized assets on the Algo signer. Then we move over to the Algorand Explorer. Okay, guys, let me explain something. You know the same way we have Etherscan on the Ethereum blockchain, we have BS scan on the Binance blockchain. That's the same way we have the Algorand Explorer. The Algorand Explorer helps you to check transactions, helps you to check wallets, helps you to check assets, helps you to check the testnet, the betanet, and the mainnet of everything on the Algorand blockchain. You'll be able to see how fast a transaction is, when it was sent, how it was sent, from which wallet it was sent to, and other things. And of course, it incorporates the other amazing features of the Algorand blockchain. Then we now moved over to the AlgoDex. AlgoDex is the IDE of Algorand block, a web-based IDE. It allows you to build smart contracts, applications, and test and develop them online without necessarily downloading, installing, and going into a specialized development platform. Okay, I think that's about that. Bukola is asking, apart from buying algo from a friend, are there platforms where algos can be bought? Bob, can you help us?
Yes, there are a lot of huge market for Argo tokens to be bought,
Yeah.
and because Argo is like one of the top 100 projects, on coin market cap, so there are a lot of exchanges selling Argo. Basically, me, I buy my Argo from KuCoin, and
Yeah.
because it's easier for me, I use KuCoin a lot, and that's why I buy it and send it to my Argo wallet. You can just download the wallet, but I don't like leaving I'm taking on the history because the recent coupon hack, but I thank God that I was able to get my money from there because I couldn't withdraw before that thing happened, but my money was intact and I'm grateful for that. So now my tokens are in my wallet. So you
Yeah.
can buy from KuCoin, you can buy from there are a lot of them. Just go to coin
Algorand
market
is
cap.
actually listed on over 20 different exchanges. Binance, KuCoin, OKEx, Coinbase Pro, BDEX, a whole lot of exchanges. Okay, so if you're having issues getting Algorand, just let me know so I can give you a list of exchanges, and then I can give you a tutorial on how to purchase Algo from those exchanges. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
If I just want to share something, if you don't mind, just to
Okay.
illustrate what you have said. If anybody here is a developer and you feel like you want to start working with Algorand, this is where you start. Let me give you a head start for you to start working. It's very easy for you to code, especially if you can write code in Python. Just go open your command line, just type pip.
So we can't see your screen. We can't see your screen.
Okay, you can see my screen.
No,
Okay.
we are just seeing the Chrome tab. So you can just change from Chrome tab to command line. Yeah.
Okay. Let me share it now. All. So which one can you see now? You can
Yeah, we
see
can
my
see your
command
command
line.
line. Yes, yes.
Okay. Command line now, what you just need is just type PIP. You should have PIP already installed in your system. PIP install Pi Algorand SDK. So when you hit, well, you can install the. Actually, I have it on my system. So if you say already satisfied, so then you can just quickly go to your. So can you see my what do you call it? My Visual Studio Code
No, it's showing a blank screen. Encryption, sir.
encryption.
Yeah. But we know
Okay.
that your algo blockchain is loading.
Okay. All right. So let me just that's how you install it. So if you want to quickly create a transaction, your first transaction on Algorand, this is just what you do. New share. Let me share another one. So can you see my? You can see my screen, all right?
Yes, yes, you can see your screen clearly.
Okay. All right. So you just come here. You just import from Algo Desk, Algo SDK, import Algo now import account. Okay. Okay. So I want to generate an account here now. So just say S secret key, public key is equal to account dot generate account. Actually, what this does is that the first variable here represent the secret key, that's the private key. Yes, the second one represents your public key, because when you run this function, the generate account function, it returns two arguments. Sorry, two results. It returns a what? A tuple of a string and a string. So the first one will be set to secret key, while the second one will be set to public key. So if you did this one now, you just print it out, print secret key and public key. Okay. So if you run this now, let's quickly run this now, you see what it gives us. So I think it's loading. Okay, all right, fine. You can see from here now, from the command, from the terminal. Can you see my screen, please? From the terminal,
Yes,
we
you can
have
see it.
the first one, which is the word private key. We have the second one, which is the public key. This is the public key here. So the same thing you are creating on Argo Signer. This is just exactly you are creating on what, using the terminal, the SDK. So it's pretty simple. So if you want to learn more about how to work, write codes and application and deploy in Algorand, so I implore you to visit the developer.algorand.org and and start writing your application. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Bob. I think what we're going to do right now is for everyone that is going to do this, to create an account on Algorand, to create an Algorand wallet, right? We are going to do a giveaway to the person, okay? Let's say for the first 10 to 20 people that's going to do that, I'm going to share a form right now. I'm going to share a form on the chat box. Okay, before I share the form, Fawaz Olayiwola and Dr. Surgeon is raising up their hand. So I'm going to ask them to unmute so they can ask their question. And after then, let me quickly create the form for the giveaway so that after that, we can now quickly do that. So Fawaz, okay, it was a mistake. Okay, it was a mistake. All right. Okay, so that means we are good to go. I just dropped the form on the chat box right now. So I think if you do that, what Bob just showed us right now, you'll be able to assess what we have, the giveaway. So do we have any other question? Do you have any other question before we close for today's section? Thank you so much, Bob. You have really been very helpful. At least my algo signer is going to be set up, and then I'll be able to confirm transaction. I think I'm going to even use the algo signer to send the giveaways to the winners, so that we can, guys, how we had the NFTs. The NFTs you mine and you use your MetaMask to mine. That's the same way this works on the Algorand blockchain. Just that on Algorand, it is faster, it is more efficient, and it is secured. All right. I think Bob, are you with me? I think the next section we'll talk about the Algorand rekeying feature, right? Where we'll show people how to move assets or transactions from one wallet to another wallet without compromising the security. Are you with me on that, sir?
Yes, I'm here with you, please.
Okay, so I think we're going to talk about in our next section, we'll talk about the Algorand rekeying feature and then some other development tools that is available on the Algorand blockchain for everybody. So it's going to be a very, very amazing time together. I hope you all are going to make the time with us, right? Yeah.
All these days I did.
Okay. I hope I think we've already gotten Joshua. Joshua, do you have a question for us? Okay, I'm going to unmute you.
I think he said he's new here. Maybe just
okay, he's new. All right. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome, Joshua. So basically, I'm going to Bob, thank you so much for today. It's really been a very helpful time together with you. I hope you all have learned something amazing today. The video is going to be posted so that you can go through it again. And if you have an issue, you reach out to us. Guys, wow, we have 36 people on the chat today. Wow, that's amazing. So guys, I think please help me and thank Bob for amazing time today. Just type on the chat box, thanks Bob, so I will know that you're with me. And then okay, so Joshua is asking how he will get the video. I'm going to post the video on YouTube, and it's also going to be on our community.algorand platform, so you can check it out anytime, anywhere. Thank you so much, Bob. Thank you so much. It's really been an amazing time with you, and there's always been an amazing time with you. You've always wowed us with your amazing skills. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. So guys, the giveaway is actually sponsored by Algorand. Okay, sponsored by Algorand Foundation. So if you haven't filled the form, just run through what we just did, and then we'll get back to you. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. But before we go, do we have any last words for our attendees today?
Not really much. My word is just like, get to work, start creating, and start doing great things. And don't forget that we have the Algorand, what do you call it? Please remind me. I don't have too many things in my head. The Algorand grant program. Grant program. Please, try and take opportunity. I'm working on my own personal project to build on Algorand, but you can also build great things on Algorand. I prefer building on Algorand than on Ethereum. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you so much, Bob. Yes. What he's saying is really true. Let me just give you guys an idea. You know how we are running the NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain, and we are having issues of high transaction fees. You can easily do so. You can easily build such platform on the Algorand blockchain. And guess what? You will be funded because it's a revolutionary project as of right now, and it hasn't actually been done before on the Algorand blockchain. So that's something you can queue into and run it, and then apply for the funding, and then yeah, Yeah, and then hopefully you get funding, and then of course you get global incubation for your project. It is your project. It is your project. Okay. So guys, thank you so much for being around today. This is where we're going to end today's section. Remember, we're having another section next 2 weeks. Okay, we're going to have another section next 2 weeks, and of course, we're going to bring you an amazing feature or functionality of the Algorand blockchain. Do have a great day, everyone, and thank you so much, Bob, for coming around today again. Till we see again, remember, till we all win, we are all a work in progress. Do have a great weekend, and bye-bye.